Many residents of Tijuana were not happy with the influx of Central American migrants, Jorge Requejo included. Jorge, 46, told me he was angry with the newcomers because they brought diseases, crime, and competition for jobs. What was most frustrating, he explained, was the recent migrant situation caused the U.S. to step up security along the border, making it more difficult for people like him to sneak into the U.S. Jorge was born into a working-class family in Durango, Mexico, and entered the U.S. illegally in his 20s. For the next 20 years, Jorge worked in Las Vegas framing houses and doing other odd jobs. He got married, then divorced, and now has a 19-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy in Nevada. Jorge says he kept his nose clean while living in the United States, but got arrested for jaywalking last year. Penniless, he was deported to Tijuana and forced to live in a small cardboard and plastic hut in the jungle. It was in the jungle, a crime-ridden encampment in the Tijuana riverbed, where Jorge found a smuggler who would guide him through the desert and back to his family in Nevada. Only the coyote turned out to be a kidnapper who held Jorge at gunpoint, took him to Mexicali, and held him for ransom for several days. Luckily, Jorge claims, a friend paid the $8,000 for his release, and he made his way back to Tijuana. I met Jorge at a small Tijuana shelter for migrants and deportees. Jorge's affability and skills as a handyman caught the attention of the pastor who runs the humble operation, and he offered Jorge a bed. In fact, Jorge is the only full-time resident of the shelter, and now serves as its bouncer and maintenance man. He wants to get to Nevada again to see his children, but after his harrowing ordeal with the kidnapper, Jorge isn't in a big hurry. His current job doesn't really pay, only room and board, but he seems grateful to have it, as he helps to serve the countless Central American migrants who seek assistance at the shelter every week. Jorge says his views on them have softened. Over time, I have come to see they are desperate people, just like me, he says.